Another afternoon at the City ground and the familiar mixture of frustration and quiet satisfaction. We left wondering how the ball hadn't crossed the line. How we couldn't turn Manchester City's slip at Old Trafford into a statement win. And yet somehow still sat 7 points clear at the top. It wasn't a classic, but it was the sort of game that quietly reinforces why we're where we are. The match itself was a second successive season ending 0-0 against Nottingham Forest. Forest barely threatened, we created the better chances. And even on an off day in front of goal we took another clean sheet and another point. Not bad for what felt like a frustrating afternoon. First half, Martinelli misses the moment. The opening 45 minutes were cautious to the point of sterility, probing passes. Little incision and no shots on target. Still, the best opportunities fell to us. Gabriel Martinelli was at the heart of almost everything that looked like danger. He had a close-range effort smothered after Matz Sels got fingertips to a corner. Then found himself unmarked at the far post, sliding in from 6 yards only to put it wide. Those are the moments you can see the celebration before reality bites. Martin Zubimende also went close, side-footing wide from a promising position as we began to turn the screw. Ben White tried his luck from distance and David Raya reminded everyone he's more than just atmosphere, racing out of his box to snuff out Callum Hudson-Odoi. It was an engaging half in terms of control and intent. Productive in goals? Not remotely. Second half, triple change, same search. Mikel Arteta shuffled the pack after a quiet start to the second half, bringing on Mikel Merino, Gabriel Jesus and Bukayo Saka. Suddenly Forest had something to think about. Saka made an immediate impact, winning the ball back from Neco Williams and whipping in a cross that forced Matz Sels into a save from a Declan Rice volley. Rice then set up Saka with a looping header that looked destined for the corner until Sales clawed it away, arguably his defining contribution on the day. Merino's aerial presence produced 2 headers, one that forced another sharp save and another that drifted wide, as Forest retreated deeper and deeper into damage limitation. There was a near moment when Victor Gyökeres almost punished a defensive mix-up. Martinelli's clearance bobbled awkwardly to Murillo, who had to react, and the shot was deflected wide. Close, but not close enough. VAR limbo, that penalty, or not late drama came not from open play but VAR purgatory. A long Raya clearance sparked a scramble in the box and it certainly looked like Ola Aina moved his arm toward the ball. The replays were checked and checked again. The decision? Inconclusive, the call stayed with the referee. One of those maddening moments where every angle is shown and the outcome is still unresolved. We moved on, still searching, still frustrated. The winner never came. Keeping perspective, yes, that's back-to-back goalless draws. Yes, a finishing touch or 2 went missing. But Forest didn't muster a single shot on target, again, and we extended our lead at the top to 7 points thanks to events elsewhere. You don't win titles by blowing teams away every week. Sometimes you do it by not losing, even when the door stubbornly refuses to open. By the numbers, consecutive 0-0 draws in the league for the first time since 2012-13. 5th time this season we faced 0 shots on target, a club record in the Premier League era. Forest failed to register a single shot on target at home for the first time in nearly 2 years. Martinelli, despite coming off at half-time, still led the match for shots and was second for touches in the box. What's next? No time to dwell. We're back on the road on Tuesday night, this time in Italy for a Champions League clash with Inter Milan as we look to maintain a perfect record in Europe. Then it's home again, back to the league, and back to familiar opposition next Sunday. The goals will come. The points already have. We move on.